What's going on? Tony Rican here with another episode of Rican's Awesome Wrestling. Today, we're going to go ahead and have a clip from somebody I've gotten a chance to hang out with a few times, gotten a chance to talk to a few times. Great guy, Diamond Dallas Page, and he's going to be talking about what it was like dealing with Goldberg backstage at WCW. So let's go ahead and listen to this, and we'll get a little bit more into Diamond Dallas Page once we get back.
Working with Goldberg, you guys have a badass match, and then
let me tell you behind the scene thing.
Okay. This is what my people want to hear behind the scenes.
Behind the scene, he don't want to miss the spear. Now, 3 weeks out, I'm worried because Billy, we're off the road. We're on the road all the time, and we don't get to work on the road.
Hey, let's talk about that. How often were you guys? I mean, because man, we were swinging it down in WWF. It was out of 30 days, probably on the road, 25, 26.
Absolutely. And if I wasn't doing that, I was doing the Tonight Show, I was doing Hollywood Squares. I was always doing something.
Right.
So I was home like maybe 2 or 3 days a week.
So you guys are busting ass.
Busting ass. But now I've cut that shit back because I know I can't go out there and steal the show. As green as he is, I'll just have another match like he's had with everybody else. So I want him to come down to Power Plant where we started and start to just roll through some stuff just to show him some stuff. And the big thing was, Billy, you've never missed a spear. You got to miss the spear. He goes, I can't miss the spear. I go, you got to trust me on this. When you hit me with it, it's going to be fucking huge. He goes, how do I miss the spear? So I come up with a couple different ways. And then one time I'm explaining to him, I'm laying in the ropes the way I would do with my arms over the top rope.
Yeah, scarecrow.
Yeah, right. And I go, you come at me. And you come at me, I'll be gone. And if you watch that match, watch it back. He comes at me, I boot him, he sets it up, and he comes running. Man, he did not want me to miss the spear.
He did not want to
miss that spear. He came, I miss him by fucking
a cunt hair.
A cunt hair. Exactly. It might have been a half a cunt hair.
Yeah.
And he keeps going because he's Bill, and it's got to be real to Bill, and that's what got Bill over too.
Right.
But he hit his shoulder so hard on the post. Boom, he goes down, right? So I bring him in, and now you'll see I go to pick him up. He don't get up. So I grab a hold because I know he's blowing sky high right now.
And was he blown sky high or hurt?
He's hurt,
okay,
and he's blown
up. Yeah,
he's a little bit of both.
Yeah,
he's a little bit of both. So now we get to the end, and now he misses. He gets the spear. Now pay attention here, big time, because when someone like a Bill Goldberg is coming with that spear, if you don't take your own bump, you're fucked. He cracked Big Show's sternum by hitting that big fucker because Big Show ain't taking that kind of bump for him at that time.
Right.
So he's going through everybody, and he was 169 and 170, 100. They kept getting bigger and bigger. I'm talking about 400, 450, 500-pound guys. None of those guys are flat backing. Yeah. So he's spearing them. He's shooting. When he gets to me, and he's going to get this spear, and he's so pissed he's missed the first, he's still in his head. He comes at me, bro. I am a napkin. You don't even feel me. By the time he goes through, and his head goes all the way through and almost pulled what you did with Owen. His head hits the mat first, then my body. So I don't know it, but he's out. So, I know he's going to pick me up if I can go to do the gimmick. And I'm going to drop behind him and diamond cut him. But he ain't really, you can tell he's a little Day Street, but I think he's just selling.
Right.
He pops up, he does that, and he picks me up, and he puts me down. I'm thinking, fuck, he's really selling, because I don't know he's on Queer Street.
Yeah.
Right?
That simply means he's almost knocked out.
Right. He don't know where he's at. He's in a dream. But he's so in the game that he can move on autopilot.
Yeah.
I go up, drop behind him, hit him with diamond cutter, fucking place explodes. I'm waiting 10 seconds to get there because I know he's kicking out, right?
Yeah.
But he's going to kick out.
That's that creative liberty you take when you hit that big finish and you want to protect it, but you're walking a razor blade, because if you take too long, crowd ain't gonna buy into it. They know what you're doing. You're buying time.
Yep.
So it's really, you got to make the right judgment call on the timing.
Absolutely.
Protect the finish, but also keep the fans hanging.
And at the same time, you got to remember that I just took the spear.
Right.
And
so you got something to sell.
I've got really something to sell. So finally I crawl over.
You really have something to sell.
I really have something to sell. But I don't, because he ain't hurt me. He's hurt himself.
Yeah.
And when I fucking lay my arm on him, I'm expecting the 1, 2, yeah. It goes 1, 2, and he kicks out, and I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
Because if you guys follow the story, man, a kick out on 2, something as spectacular as what has just happened is wrestling dog shits. That's a 2 9/10.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
the kick out.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like that's what you're looking for.
Where the ref might have fucked up, and it still didn't count. So we go into then he goes. I go to do something to him. He reverse hits me. A jackhammer takes you up, pins me 1, 2, 3. We come to the back, and fucking I walk up. I go, Billy. I go, awesome match, dude. But why the fuck would you kick that on 2? He goes, D. I don't remember anything coming up to that spear. Like I don't remember anything. Shoot, but I know it's happened to me, so I just gave him a hug and said, well, it was a fucking damn good match, bro. Now, another behind-the-scenes story. Dusty Rhodes pulls me over before the match. Like, afternoon. Or, I already know what I'm doing, what's going, what the finish is, all that shit. And Dusty pulls me aside. And, Dusty's my mentor. Without Dusty Rhodes, there is no Diamond Dallas Page. He's before Jake. He's before anybody. He did everything for me in the beginning. And he was my mentor and brother throughout it all, still is today. And he pulled me over and said, kid, come here. I was talking to Bischoff, and I said to him, do we really want to do this? D's ready. I go, you talk to Bischoff about putting the strap on me? He goes, last chance. He said, this is your time. He goes, I want him to know it. And what Bischoff said, because, Goldie needed to be beaten, but he didn't need mine would have been probably the best way, because he could have taken it off me the fucking next pay-per-view, and then not matter shit. And people would have bought it, as opposed to a taser or whatever the fuck that stupid thing was. But at that time, that weekend is coming out on the cover of Entertainment Weekly, wearing the world title with his hands on his hips. He's on TV Guide. He's everywhere wearing the title. So Bischoff didn't want to confuse the marketing, which I think it would have been better. But, it is what it is. And, I was so thankful to have that match. It's one of my favorite 5 matches.
But see, that's a case where, it'd been great to have the strap right then. But the match helped you.
Oh, yes.
More than it hurt. The loss did not hurt you.
No, it didn't at all.
A ball buster of a match, and the fact that, he's Goldberg.
Yes.
And anybody positioned correctly, the outcome really doesn't matter. It's academic. Doesn't matter, yes. Doesn't matter, no.
No. And the biggest thing was everyone always says you had the best match Goldberg ever had. And Bill will say, and what was really cool, because I'm really good friends with Jericho now,
is he still doing DDP yoga?
Oh, dude, he's the biggest advocate ever. I mean, he does.
Well, tell me the story.
So Chris and Jericho, Chris and Goldberg had that gimmick in the backstage. I don't know whatever happened, but what that was about.
Yeah.
But, if it was, you never know if it was angle, shoot. You don't know that. We don't know. They know. But, they had a hell of a match. And Bill called me after that match. And he said, I just want to thank you for what you taught me back then and how important certain things were. He goes, because me and Jericho just had a hell of a match. And he called me and thanked me, and I was like, wow. That was like so cool, It was like so cool.
So there you have it. DDP dealing with Goldberg and some of the backstage. Not that Goldberg was a bad guy or anything. I didn't mean to put it in those terms. But the one I don't have much on Goldberg. I watched WCW like everybody did. I do have, though, on DDP, I got to be on several shows with him. He did, he was doing his DDP yoga thing, and it was really cool to hang out with him at the bars afterwards. The guy is a fountain of knowledge. He's been there, done that, he's been around, and a lot of the stuff he had to say and knowledge he had to impart, it was really cool. He would just sit and bullshit with us guys. There was a few of our bigger guys who started doing the DDP yoga and have loved it and say it's been great for them, but like I said, one of the nicest class acts I've gotten to meet in this business ever is Diamond Dallas Page. So here it is. I'm going to ask you guys, what is your favorite Diamond Dallas Page moment? What did you like from his career? And if you answer you like to stalk or angle with the Undertaker, I am going to come through YouTube and I'm going to punch you because that was horrible. But, go ahead. Let me know. What was your favorite Diamond Dallas Page moment? So go ahead and comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.